The largest budget in city history, flock cameras that police are installing in high crime areas. Just a couple of the big topics at Tulsa City Hall and in the community right now.
Joining us live for a monthly talk about what's happening in our city is Tulsa Mayor G.T. Bynum. Good morning once again, Mayor.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, in terms of the budget, it's been approved, the largest budget in Tulsa history, $945 million. One of the highlights, a $16 minimum wage for all full-time employees. I guess my first question is for folks who are saying, boy, that's steep, that's a lot of money. What would you say to the folks who are skeptical about the price tag?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the first thing that I think is crucial is that we only spend what comes in. We're really unique as a government in that our budget is balanced every single year. And what the city council and I prepare to spend is only what our existing level of taxation we anticipate it to bring in over the course of the year. So while it is the largest budget in city history, it's coming with no tax increase and it is balanced. And the reason that it is gone up so much is because of the once in a generation inflation that we're seeing right now. People are spending more. That is causing sales tax to go up significantly. And that's what's causing the increase in revenues for us as a city. But it's really a mirage because the reality is that all of our employees, most of whom at the City of Tulsa are first responders, their paychecks are getting eaten into by that inflation. And so the city council and I prioritized employee pay increases to keep up with that rate of inflation that we're seeing so that we can retain the best city workforce of any city in America.
And in terms of those, city pay raises, we mentioned that. Any other tools in your toolbox that the city can do to help relieve inflation?
Well, I think the big thing for us, they're really, other than the fact that we are not increasing taxes in any way, we're just continuing the existing level of taxation on what people were already paying. The big thing for us and the priority for us as a city government is public safety. We have to keep Tulsa as a safe city. And so what you see outside of the work that the council and I are doing to retain our workforce, we're also focused on what we can do to improve staffing levels in both the Tulsa Police Department, the Tulsa Fire Department, and then especially with Tulsa Fire Department, we're seeing a significant investment in new trucks and apparatus for them. Their fleet has gotten really old, and so we're funding replacements there. And then the Tulsa Police Department, where we continue to see challenges, as every major city in America does with hiring, we're focusing on technology and making sure that we're making better use of the existing team that we have in the Tulsa Police Department. I went to Chief Franklin and said, what do we need to do with the team that we have right now to make Tulsa safer? And he told us we need a real-time information center. We're one of the last major cities in America that doesn't have one. And so that is funded in this program. That will create a camera network around the city that the Tulsa Police Department can use to apprehend criminals more quickly and to respond to crimes in a more informed way in real time.
Yeah, so we're talking a little bit about the flock cameras there. 25 of them are going to go up around town. That's an effort to crack down on crime. And for folks who don't know, those cameras capture license plate numbers, and if the plate is registered with the National Crime Information Center database as stolen, officers will be able to recover it. Now, that's a year trial. Is that right for the flock cameras? And then you get to decide if you want to buy them.
That's correct. Those cameras are one tool that will be used in our real-time information center, but this specific company, Flock, that makes these license plate readers, they're providing them to us to test out for a year. And so those are being established in higher crime areas right now. In the cities that we've talked with that have implemented these cameras, they've seen millions of dollars in stolen vehicles recovered in just the first year. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here in Tulsa when we put these in place, and whether or not we see a similar kind of impact on recovering stolen vehicles and getting the criminals who stole them off of the street.
About 30 seconds left here, but Mayor, how did those cities deal with citizen skepticism if, I don't know, like, for example, Las Vegas, we were talking about, has these, and citizen skeptic up front of, are you spying on us? How did they deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, the big key in cities that have implemented this, and I know a key for us, is involving citizens in where these cameras get placed. And these are not hidden cameras. They are very well marked because we want criminals to know they're being watched. It's not just for catching criminals. It's also a criminal deterrent having these cameras in place. So this is not a secret camera network. These are well marked, and they're placed in collaboration with neighborhood leaders to help us identify the best places to locate them.
Mayor Bynum, thank you very much. I know we'll certainly be following that story in the days and months ahead. We appreciate your time this morning. We hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.